everyone, Saki here and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I wanted to do a bag comparison. The bags that I'm going to be comparing today are the Givenchy Antigona in the small size and the Givenchy Antigona in the mini size. Now, I'm going to be completely honest here, and this bag is not going to be one that I keep, so this isn't going to be in my collection. Probably by the time that you see this video it will already be gone, and if you've been keeping up with my channel you will know why and you will know the whole story behind this, but if you haven't, I'll just briefly explain it. I recently did like a crazy haul video, I guess you would call it, where I bought 7 bags basically to try. I recently sold like a bunch of my items in like a vlog sale, and I was having the hardest time deciding on which bags that I actually wanted to keep, and I did send most of the items back, but I had asked you guys on Instagram a couple of weeks ago if you still wanted to see a video on a bag that I'm not going to keep in my collection, and a lot of people, like literally 95% of people, said yes, it would be useful even if I don't keep the bag. So while I have this bag here with me today still, I've decided to compare the two because I do have the Antigona in the small size, and I do feel like this bag is still pretty popular, so it might be worth it to do a size comparison if you are looking to buy this bag. So yeah, that's basically the story behind it, and I think I will also mention why I'm not actually keeping this one and why I prefer the small size over this one. So if you're interested in this bag comparison, please keep watching, and if you've never seen me before, hello, my name is Saki. I do a lot of bag reviews. I really love luxury. My channel is just full of like unboxings and luxury videos, so if that's your cup of tea as well, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. Alright, so let's just get into the bag comparison. If you're familiar with my collection, I actually got this I think about a year ago now. I bought it used from Fashion File for a really good price. Let me take this pom-pom off. I know it's kind of distracting. This, by the way, is a Swarovski horse crystal made by Lindiess. I'll link her shop below if you are interested in this keychain. But anyways, as I was saying, I got this used from Fashion File. This is from 2014, so it is a really old bag. It's actually the first generation bag, so it has the unremovable strap, and it's also the one with the really short length. So if you are watching this video in, well, 2020 or anytime after 2014, just know that when I'm comparing it, that the strap isn't accurate. So the ones that you will be buying nowadays does have a detachable one, and it is adjustable, I believe, or at least it's a lot longer than this one. So just keep that in mind when you are watching this video. The other thing to mention is that I am not actually keeping this bag, like I said, so keep in mind that my bag comparison is strictly on a first impressions with the mini. Anyway, since we were already talking about the Givenchy small, I'll just go ahead and keep talking about that. Let's talk about the measurements of the bag first. So the base of the bag is 11 inches in length, it is 9.5 inches in height, and the depth is 6.5 inches. So although they call this the small size, I would say it's a pretty decent sized bag, especially on me. I'm very petite, so it looks like maybe a medium sized bag. So I actually like to use this bag for work. I find that this size is really great when you need to carry a bunch of stuff. It also does fit my laptop, which I will talk about everything, you know, what fits in each bag a little bit later, but that is mainly why I use this for work. It is a little bit of a tight squeeze, which, like I said, you will see later as well, but I do really like how much this can hold. I also like to bring it for travel. I think it makes a great travel bag if you aren't the type of person who needs something as large as a tote. I think that this is great. Sometimes a tote bag can be a little bit too big for travel, and this just can fit like all of your essentials. Another thing that is just totally my opinion is that I do feel like the style of this bag is meant to be in a larger size. That might just be because of the way that I use it, but I feel like this boxy kind of style just makes more sense as like a work bag aesthetically to me, and that is actually also why I prefer the small size, because I can use it functionally as a work bag, and I think it just looks really great with, like, you know, businessy kind of outfits, I guess. But like I said, that is just my opinion. So opening it up, it does come with the large chunky zipper that all of the Antigonas are pretty much well known for, and mine is in silver hardware. I think almost all of the Antigonas in the bigger sizes are in silver hardware. I've only seen the gold hardware in the mini size, so just keep that in mind. If you are interested in this bag, you have to like silver hardware, and if you know me, I don't like silver hardware, but I think it works for this bag because it does make it a little bit more edgy, and obviously the hardware is really minute. I mean, it's only in the little logo up here and in the zipper, so I really don't mind mind the fact that it's silver. Opening it up, it does have a zipper compartment and two slip compartments in the front, and it is lined with like a textile fabric kind of lining. One thing to note also is that this bag is kind of heavy. I mean, I don't really mind the weight, and I've definitely had heavier bags before, like the YSL Sac de Jour, because that one was all leather lined as well. That was just extremely heavy. So in comparison, I don't think that this is bad, but just note if you have like weak shoulders or a weak back or something, this might be a little bit too heavy, especially when you start filling it up, and if you do use it functionally as a work bag, once you get your laptop and stuff in there, it is kind of heavy. Anyway, so the opening is like this. A lot of people complain about the opening, but it might be because mine is really old and I don't mind stretching like the heck out of it, but just keep that in mind as well. The opening can be a little bit stiff. You'll actually see that a little bit more once I show you the mini size, because that one is a brand new. I can see what people are talking about. The handles are also a really good length in my opinion. You can wear this bag on the crook of your arm or even slide it up all the way to your elbow, and that is the way that I carry it the most. And I know I already talked a little bit about the strap, but mine comes with the old undetachable strap. But unpopular opinion here, I really love the length of the strap. So a lot of people complain that it is too short, and when you like kind of carry it on your shoulder, the handles kind of like go, I guess, against your armpit. But I like to carry it like this and kind of push it back like this, and it's really comfortable for me, like when I'm, you know, traveling, or if I am just rushing to work and I need to throw this over my shoulder. This is extremely comfortable for me. Another thing I do want to say is if you are trying to buy this bag, I would highly suggest to buy it used or pre-owned from like Fashionphile or Yuki's Closet. I always get asked this question when I mentioned buying bags pre-loved, and I will link a couple of videos that I've already made all about where I buy pre-loved, how to get your pre-loved items authenticated and all that, so I won't go through that in this video. But I do feel like the resale value on this is not very good. I mean, I bought mine for, I think it was under $1,000 or around $1,000. It wasn't bad at all, and I have seen these bags always, you know, being sold at that price secondhand. So if you can get it there and you want to save a bit of money, I highly recommend that. Otherwise, the new ones are $2,290 right now currently in the US. All right, I think I pretty much covered the basics of the bag. Oh no, one more thing. So mine is in the sugar grained goat skin leather, I believe. A lot of the videos that I see about this bag are kind of old, and they only mention the two different leathers, which is the grained sugar leather goat skin that I have, and then also like the shiny smooth leather. A lot of people have said that the grained leather isn't as durable as the smooth leather, which is really weird, but literally every single person that I've watched says that. But mine in the grained leather is looking pretty decent. I mean, there is a ton of corner wear because this bag is 6 years old and I am pretty rough with it, and I think the person who owned it before me was pretty rough as well. Plus the fact that it's in a light color, yeah, there is a lot of wear, but in terms of like scratches or anything to the goat skin, I don't notice any. It's only the corner wear, and it's only like in the glazing and stuff, and of course the handles, whew, they look pretty bad. I mean, there's so much wear on the handles on the inside. It's really dirty, and the glazing has cracked, but like I said, that's just because I use and abuse this bag and it's super old. All right, moving on, let's talk about the mini size. So this is the one I'm not going to keep, and we're going to go through the basics of it first, and then I will explain to you guys why I'm actually not keeping it. All right, starting off with the dimensions of the bag. It is 9 inches in width, 7 inches in height, and then 5 inches in depth. It's also got a top handle, but obviously it is smaller just because the bag is smaller. So you can like wear it on your wrist, but I think to put it in the crook of your like arm or elbow is kind of uncomfortable. You can't even like close or bend your arm all the way, so it's just not super comfortable to wear it like that. It also does come with a detachable crossbody strap that I think I've put in here. Yep, so the strap looks like this. I do believe that the newer like small bags have a similar crossbody strap as well. It's adjustable by these little studs, and then the little clasp, if you are familiar with Antigona bags, are really weird. It has like a little opening right there, and you hook that opening to these little D-rings. There is like a skinny part to the D-ring right there. I don't know if you can see that, but you basically just hook the little opening into the skinny part of the D-ring, kind of like that. And then yeah, the straps just attach on both sides like that. It's really weird and I hate this mechanism so much. I've actually like tried this a couple of different times, and when I actually attach it to the bag and then I set the bag down, the moment that I go to pick it up, it detaches itself somehow. It's really, really weird, and I have not used this bag. It's just been happening when I've set it down in my room. So I can't even imagine like how often that happens when you're actually using that bag. I've watched a ton of bag reviews on the mini as well, and literally almost everybody mentions this. So just keep that in mind when you are using the strap. Just be careful and check it every single time you use it and go to pick it up. So the reason why I actually bought this and the reason why I was drawn to it is because this is in the mock croc leather. How gorgeous is that? I truly, truly do love mock croc, and I've been searching for a piece to add to my collection for the longest time. So when I saw this Givenchy, I thought, you know, I love my small and I love the fact that this has gold hardware. I'm gonna give it a try. Unfortunately, this wasn't the bag for me, but I do still really, really love the way that it looks aesthetically. The gold is really beautiful. It's not like a super bright gold, but it's more of like a champagne gold, I guess. So it doesn't stand out and it doesn't look too crazy with the chunky zipper. It just looks really classy and really elegant, and I do really, really love the gold hardware on this. I wish they made gold hardware on the small bags. I don't know why they don't. So it is mock croc all the way around, but the piping is in like black, so I really don't like that contrast. I feel like the glazing should have been, you know, maybe even in a dark pink or in the exact same color as the mock croc. I think would have looked really beautiful, but again, that is my opinion, and some people really do like this look. All right, opening up the bag. It is a rather small opening, and like I was saying with the small size, the new ones are definitely stiffer. I can definitely see what people are saying when they have a hard time opening the bag. So when you open it up, it is just a big hole. Now for a mini bag, this is actually a really, really decent size. I tried to put all of my stuff in here and I could fit literally every single thing that I carry on a day-to-day basis, plus a little bit more. So I think before I conclude this video and tell you why I'm not keeping this bag, let's move on to the like what fits inside, because I'm going to also talk about that in my conclusion. So yeah, let's move down and talk about that. So we're going to start off with the Antigona small. Here it is emptied out once again. So the first thing that you have to put in here if you're going to carry a laptop is the laptop, and I will show you why. So once you put it in, it kind of sits like right in the middle and becomes like a little divider for the space left inside of your bag. So if you're gonna fit a laptop in here, it has to be the first thing that goes in. Now I have the MacBook. I said it in a previous video that this was 13 inches, but now I believe that this is actually the 12-inch regular MacBook, not the Air, not the Pro, just the regular MacBook. So it is pretty small. I honestly don't think that you can fit another size laptop in here. The 13-inch might, no, the 13-inch won't fit because this goes perfectly from each side. So just keep that in mind. You won't be able to fit a laptop if you have any other one besides this 12-inch. However, you will be able to fit an iPad. So I have the iPad Pro 9 inches, I believe. And this one fits really comfortably in here. And yeah, as you can see, it goes all the way to the back. So you can fit a ton of other items as well. So if you have the bigger size iPad, I believe that it will fit as well. But I carry mine with my laptop, so I'm going to show you all the things that fit in here with the laptop. So there is still a lot of room, even though the laptop takes up a lot of space. So I will put my makeup bag in here. This just houses the very little makeup that I carry to work, and also like some lotion, and I'm going to stick that in the front. So as you can see, the opening is even smaller now that I have put the laptop in here. So you want to make sure the things that you are carrying in here are okay to be scratched, because it does get a little bit scratched once you put it in through the zipper. Just keep that in mind. Like if you have delicate lambskin SLGs, I don't recommend putting it in here if you are stuffing it to the brim, because it will get scratched just with the like metal zipper. And then the next couple things that I will put in there are my large spray bottle hand sanitizer. I'll put my wireless charger in here. I'm gonna put my like little electronics pouch here, so I will stick that in the, I guess I'll stick that in the front as well. And then now the front is pretty much, you know, full. So in the back I can put a couple more things. I'm gonna put my Louis Vuitton pouch in here. This just houses my cash and my checkbook and my stuff for work. And then I'm currently using my Chanel card case, but I will, let me go grab a wallet. So I will actually put my Victorine wallet, which is like the largest luxury wallet that I have right now. And I'm going to be sticking that in the back for you as well, just to show you guys that a compact wallet will fit. And then what else? Oh, my phone. So I'll stick my phone actually in the back pocket, but it does also fit in the slip pocket in the front, but there's just a lot of stuff in the front right now. So yeah, that all fits in there, and it will zip up as well. So yeah, that is what the bag looks like all zipped up. It is pretty darn heavy. It's actually really heavy. So I would actually use the shoulder strap on this one. And like I said, I do really like the way that the shoulder strap looks. But if you have the newer versions, of course, it will be more comfortable and practical for you. But yeah, that is everything that I carry in here. Now I'm going to be showing you guys what fits inside the mini. Obviously, a laptop will not fit. But I think the biggest thing that I can fit in here is my planner. So here is a B6 size planner, or it's basically the same size as a personal wide. So I will show you that does fit in here. It does take up kind of a lot of room, especially if you have a chunky planner, but it does fit. I pushed it all the way to the back so you can see there is a ton more room in here. After that, I will fit my makeup pouch in here, and then I'll go ahead and fit my charger, my Victorine compact wallet. I wouldn't carry my pouch because this goes for my laptop, and then obviously I'm not using it for work, so I don't need my work pouch. And then the only other thing that I had in there is my hand sanitizer spray, but I do feel like it's kind of big, so I'm not going to put it in there. So yeah, with all of that stuff, it does fit pretty comfortably in there, and I can close it up as well. It is kind of a hard zip if you are filling it up to the brim, but it does zip all the way, and there's no bulging or anything because the shape and the width of the bag is just so spacious. So yeah, that's what it looks like, and that's everything that it can fit, and it's not that heavy for everything that I put in there. I mean, especially if you're using the crossbody strap, I don't feel like this is very heavy at all, and I fit like literally everything in there. And alright, the last thing that I wanted to do for you guys is a mod shots comparison. So this is what the mini Antigona looks like on me. So for reference, I am 5'3", I'm on the petite side. And yeah, this is what it looks like on me crossbody. It's actually very comfortable, and I do like the way that this looks. It's like a nice little day bag for if you need to go shopping or, you know, just have a lot of stuff with you. And I like to wear my crossbody bags like this, so it's really comfortable to wear like that as well. And then it looks like this on me on the shoulder, and then it looks like this on the crook of my arm. Alright, moving on to the small size. This is what it looks like on me. This is how I normally carry it. I just like to hand carry it or like to carry it on the crook of my arm. I think that looks really classy and really cute. And then of course, mine doesn't have the long crossbody strap, so this is what it looks like on me on the shoulder. And why not another size comparison for you guys, just so that you can see the big difference between the mini and the small. Alright, now that you've seen what fits in both, I think you will understand my conclusion and, you know, why I'm actually not keeping the mini size and why I do prefer the small size over that. So just for me, based on my collection, the number one thing that I will have to say is that I don't think that this size is for me, and I think that's strictly because I have a couple of other bags that are exactly this size, and I don't feel like I need another one in my collection. So the one that I'm thinking about immediately is my Louis Vuitton Alma BB. I'll just go ahead and show you guys the size comparison between these two. I feel like these are very similar, and I do believe that there are YouTube videos out there just comparing the size of these two bags because a lot of people do compare them. I mean, you can tell just by looking at them that they are very similar, and also the fact that I only like pink makes these bags just way too similar for my collection. The other thing that I did mention that is purely my opinion is that I don't feel like this like style and shape of bag looks as great in like a smaller size. I just feel like it's a little bit too like boxy for this size, especially when you wear a crossbody. It just doesn't, you know, fit my frame very well. So yeah, that is another reason why I don't really necessarily like it in the size. I know a ton of people do, and I feel like maybe even if I didn't have the small size, I would like the size a lot more, but for me and for my collection, I just feel like It's a little bit redundant and I just don't really need it in my life right now. Alright, that was all for my comparison video. Let me know what you guys thought about these two bags. Which one do you prefer if you have either of these, or based on this video, which do you think you would prefer? Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you did find this helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I do make videos every single week. And with that, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!